What is up, guys? Today I'm just gonna show you my current setup that I shoot underwater with. I always shoot with Seafrog. I used to use a plastic dome before, and then I obviously wanted to upgrade to better housing, also a better dome in the front. They had option to, they have plastic dome and they have which is acrylics, it's plastic, and then they have pretty much glass dome, which is this one right here. Glass dome is much better, it gives you much better clarity on the picture. You don't see your picture is too soft. That was my big problem. Like, I was like, why my picture doesn't look that great, you know? Like, I'm gonna share my camera that I use underwater as well, and I had good lenses and it was not working properly. It was just because plastic cuts a lot on clarity when you shoot underwater, and when you have a glass dome it's really nice. And I choose a 10-inch dome for this one. It's aluminum, it's on Seafrog. I use two Keldan 18,000 watts video lights. I do both photos and video together, so I prefer to have video light than strobe. I also have never used strobe before, so I'm a bit biased there. I do have one ambient filter and the other one doesn't have it. It's just because I've got one and I still gonna look to buy for the second one. Ambient filter is very nice if you want to keep your picture or your video the same balance of Kelvin, because these video lights are normally between 55,000 Kelvin, 55 or 56. And sometimes when you get close to your subject, you still want to keep your blue background at the back, but then you putting a lot of red in the picture because it's 55 Kelvin, and you want to keep your ambience background blue, and you cannot do that very well. So by having ambience filter, you keep your image balance, natural colors. If you're doing super close up, it doesn't really matter if you're having ambience filter, but if you want to keep the ambience of the background, ambient filter is much better. As for camera, I do use the Canon R5 Mark II. I used to shoot with the Canon R5 and then I upgraded to the R5 Mark II, and that's why I got the case. Majority of the time, the lens that I use will be the 15 to 35. It's that one right here. And then I also have the 10 to 20 f4. Majority of the time I will be shooting at f4 anyway with the 2.8, just to have a bit more in focus. With wide lenses you think everything is in focus, it's not. But the 10 give you really nice, especially with the 10-inch dome, if you want to do like 50-50 shots, you have even more room than a 15mm. Those are my two go lenses, but most of the time it's the 15 to 35 that stays on here. And then sometime I would do macro. I will use the 100mm from Canon. All my lenses are from Canon. And I will change this big boy to what is called a macro port. So again, good glass in front, not plastic. I will change the dome port and install this one, and it would be a little bit more heavier, but that's where this little buoyant tube comes in place. They are empty, they're carbon fiber, and they're very light, so it gives me a bit more buoyancy in the water. I also do sometimes use tripod underwater. It's very nice to have. But yeah, so that's basically my underwater setup. I use Seafrog all the time, and recently became an ambassador for them. This is not a video for shining any light on them, but in a sense of, because I've got to be an ambassador, but I've always used their product. They've always been reliable. Until now, I never had a problem. But the one rule for me that I always do, and I've seen people that sometimes got issue with flooding housing. You never know when it's gonna happen, but you always need to check your housing, no matter how rushed you are. This is the moment that something might go wrong, and you regret it for the rest of your life because you lost camera and lenses, and most of the time the housing also get affected with, if you diving, it's salt water, it gets corroded inside because of the mechanism. And always wash your diving case whenever you come from the water. If you can, as soon as you come from the dive center, wash it. If you cannot, go home, wash it. Don't spray too much strong water on it because you might be moving some seal. They're not meant to wash with water pressure. You just need to rinse it to remove the salt, to keep the housing preventing to have any kind of like, it's aluminum, it won't rust, but you still have salt water can get stuck. When the salt water get dry and get stuck into like area of your housing, it can get very stiffy, so you need to clean it. Salt, normal water, every dive you do that, it's gonna be okay. The Canon R5 has been amazing. I shoot 8K 60 always underwater. Sometime I will do 4K 120, but I prefer the raw capability just because if I messed up my Keldan, I can actually fix that in post. And then the 8K 60, you just have very good capability of zooming in much more, because sometimes the animal is a bit too far. But underwater you want to be as much as possible close to your subject, just because of the particle between your lens and your subject. I'm so proud to be a Seafrog ambassador. It's been since 2003 I actually started shooting underwater with a housing. Before it was always GoPro, and now it's 3 years, 2006, and we reached an agreement. And to anybody who DM me with congratulations on my Instagram, I thank you so much. It's really been really nice to achieve something like this. But anyway, that's my setup to shooting underwater, and I hope this was helpful or not. And if you guys don't know, the Canon R5 shoots 8K 60, 45 megapixel sensor, is a good camera for underwater. I mean, general everything. Like, to be fair, 45 megapixel sensor, I would prefer this than the R1 to bring underwater. Does it overheat? Actually, I've never had it overheat on me, and my dive are most of the time 45 to 1 hour dive, and I've shoot video. But I shoot 8K 60, but I don't shoot 8K 60 all the way through. I will stop and record, switch off and switch on the camera. And I shoot with a 1 terabyte card, so with the 8K 60, it gives me about 45 minutes recording time. But majority of the time, my recording clips are very short, a minute, maybe 2 minutes, nothing longer than this. Hope guys this was helpful for you. Let me know if you think you want to get into underwater photography. What tip do you want to know? I started with the GoPro at first. I was always scared to put my camera in a housing, and then the fear of the camera flooded. But then I decided I'll do it anyway, and here I am today. But anyway guys, cheers and thank you so much. Peace.